Race 7 is leg number 3 of the Longines International Jockeys Championship 2019. It's Class 3 1650. Headed by My Ally. Charizard went close last start. Homemade ran last in his only start. To date, that was at Sha Tin. Flying Quest, Solar YY. Beauty Day's been in reasonable form. We see the return of Pakistan Friend, trained by Paul O'Sullivan, had throat surgery to correct a roaring condition. Moore rides Magnificent. We go down to Crown Avenue, All You Know, and Silvestre de Souza, who's one of 10 children, amazingly, I read during the week, has drawn barrier 4 on Clear Choice. Wouldn't be easy to get a spot in the cricket team backyard at their house. 5 Solar YY and Clear Choice have been up at Chung Fa.
Solar YY and My Ally up on the pace here. Good. There's probably a few ways it can turn out. Magnificent won't lead, you'd suggest. He's probably going to get a nice run on the trail. Beauty Day's an option to press forward if he does. He might get a bit keen and not be able to get in. Travel First, maybe Pakistan Friend if he had have drawn closer. He could have been potentially up there, but Solar YY, My Ally up front.
Charizard, here he goes. He goes nicely. Whatever happens, he's going to get the pace run to suit, I think. Charizard, he's going well at the moment, this horse. He's had the one start at the Valley and really ran really nicely behind High Rev. Will be the favourite later on, no doubt. Oisin Murphy will take them out on him. Here is Magnificent. I wouldn't be surprised if he led. He did lead all the way when he did win at the Valley. He's quite well rated now, this horse, and he moves nicely here as well. Ryan Moore from barrier 2. I think he'll sum it up pretty quickly. And the one we're having a look here at is Clear Choice. Now, he's working with Namjong Singhs. Keep an eye on him too, because I think he's a chance later on. But Clear Choice, 4-2-6 there, closest to us. Silvestre de Souza's, mate.
Yeah, well, it's a good draw for Silvestre because he's won on the horse and run 4th on the horse from 2 rides, so he knows Clear Choice quite well. Charizard looked quite an impressive type of young galloper when he first started racing at Sha Tin. He's now come to the Valley and run a very good race behind High Rev, who looks hard to beat later on.
Yeah, he should be. Charizard, his first time to the Valley, there was absolutely no concerns there. He was never going to beat High Rev, so this was probably the best case scenario, but you had to like the way he was running through the line at the end.
He's a major player for me, I think, Charizard, and if they do overcook it in front, he'll be the one waving to the crowd down the outside.
Yeah, I think he might be hard to beat. Flying Quest, we know he's got an affiliation with Happy Valley. Travel First, he hasn't done much this season, but he's only had the one start. I'm happy to wait around for him to drop a grade.
Yeah, deal me out of Travel First, even on the dirt for him. But Flying Quest down the outside, I thought was a really nice. He just, Universal Go-Go was in good form. He just managed to nab him right on the line. So it was a good run from him. So again, another one who comes from the back.
Since he's been to Sha Tin, we know Sha Tin's not his go, but it was good last stride victory for him.
All right, Pakistan Friend has had surgery to correct a roaring condition. He's had the tie-back and hob day situation done under general anaesthetic, which was the same for Striking Mr C, who won on the weekend. He's had 4 trials leading in, and he's won his most recent one.
I'm going to throw him into the tips here. He seemed to be doing it quite easily in this trial down the outside. He's had 4 to prepare for this. We know that Paul O'Sullivan's not normally a get them ready to go first time, even though he has done it a couple of times this season. I'm quite intrigued to see what he can do because we saw what Striking Mr C did the other day.
Yeah. Solar YY, this is going to be your long shot too for the card, Tom.
Yeah, he is. I think he can be potentially up on the pace as long as he doesn't get too much pressure. He is here with gate number 5. James McDonald rides. He was caught wide 2 back, still finished nicely, and then last start he was squeezed up over the final stages. So he's had 2 trials here. I don't think there was a lot of pressure put on him here, so I think he won't be too far away from running a race.
Yeah, first time at Happy Valley for Solar YY, but from barrier 5 I've found a spot for him as well.
I'm a little concerned about the trip for him. I'm happy to watch. But Charizard 4.2, I think that's a reasonable price.
Yeah, I've got him in. I've got one to beat him. I've got Magnificent in there on top to beat Charizard. I thought Magnificent, he can either sit behind or he can lead. His recent trial is really good, Magnificent. So he's a horse going well at the moment. Charizard, the one to beat Solar YY for 3rd. And Clear Choice, he's finally got a barrier draw. I mean, he's drawn a few horrors before, particularly this last start, and I thought his 5th on the all-weather wasn't too bad. He's had his last few starts on the all-weather, but he now comes back to Happy Valley where all his winning, or most of his winning, has been. So Clear Choice in there for 4th, 8-2-5-12.
Settling with Solar YY on top. He's currently at 15 to 1 in the market at the moment. Horse number 5 over to Charizard, who I think probably is the horse to beat on current form. Magnificent number 8, and then I threw in number 7, Pakistan Friend for Paul O'Sullivan and Frankie Dettori. So 5, 2, 8 and 7.
Yeah, I snuck him in for fourth as well, Pakistan friend, but I think Charizard might be the hardest to beat in race 7.